So the biggest Series 10 tournament we've ever had so far happened this weekend with 388 players. Miraculously, Ditto got second place, Shedinja got first place. Believe it or not, this probably doesn't come to as a big surprise to people who've been playing in formats similar to these in past years. And I'm gonna break it down for you why that's the case. Let's go. Ladies and gents, let's first talk about the spooky bug, Shedinja. Shedinja's viability is tied to its signature ability, Wonder Guard. Wonder Guard makes it so you are immune to damage that does not hit you for super effective. Now you can scroll down right here and see that Shedinja has 5 weaknesses: fire, flying, rock, ghost, and dark. But any attack that isn't from that is just completely negated. Absolutely completely negated. And you would think that with 5 weaknesses, especially with pretty popular typings, that Shedinja really wouldn't be a problem, especially with the fact that it has only 1 HP. But that's where you guys are wrong. If you guys forgot, this is a 1 restricted legendary format that we are playing right now, Series 10. And this format is just totally dominated by these big legendaries that just completely body the competition with their overtuned stat and ability typing, such as Kyogre's water moves, Xerneas' fairy moves, and Zacian swinging the big steel sword. Now, did you guys catch that? Did any of those 3 massive typings and the 3 best restricted Pokemon in the format, can they touch Shedinja? No. The short answer is, they literally cannot. All 3 of the best legendaries in the format cannot even touch this Pokemon. That's how good Shedinja really is. Let's bring up one more point. People like to say Shedinja is pretty bad just because it dies to sand or hail instantly. Shedinja only has 1 HP. It's the only Pokemon with that mechanic. But in these formats where Kyogre and Groudon reign supreme, and especially with Zacian and Xerneas, 2 massive steel and fairy types, there is no Dynamax right now. So you're not even going to be able to set up hail or sandstorm passively, pretty much on accident. It's not the main purpose of using the move of max hailstorm and max rockfall. Those are completely gone as well. So hail and sand almost never appear to kill Shedinja. Shedinja becomes a huge headache for teams to deal with because you always have to bring at least one of those moves that hits it super effective. So looking at the type, you've got to keep your Incineroar alive to get that Flare Blitz, Snarl, Darkest Lariat, while the rest of your team might not even be able to touch Shedinja. Maybe on your own Kyogre team, you've got to keep your Tornadus alive for that Hurricane, and that is the only thing that can touch Shedinja. There's always this thought in the back of your head, you have to keep this Pokemon alive. You don't know what your opponent has in the back, and they might not even bring Shedinja in the first place. So it becomes an instant threat and an instant win condition for your opponent. If they can knock out your 1 or 2 Pokemon that touch Shedinja, you will automatically lose the game. Maybe it'll take a few turns, but Shedinja will eventually knock you out, and it just becomes a checkmate situation. So on top of all of those things, Shedinja has a few big cheeky moves that it has under its belt. First off, I think Shadow Sneak is a super consistent attack that has a ton of PP, which is actually pretty important. Shedinja can eventually just wear you down. It can break focus sashes to help its teammates sweep through the teams and kill the threats to Shedinja, such as Urshifu, things like that might be holding a sash that can beat Shedinja. It's got Will-O-Wisp to burn big priority targets like Zacian, like Groudon, like Rillaboom, you name it, he can hit them with the burn. And then, of course, the dreaded, evil ally switch, baby. Shedinja, a Pokemon immune to 13 different types in the game, has ally switch. And so Shedinja becomes a complete and utter headache, guys. It shines. It especially shines in restricted formats because Kyogre and Groudon completely get rid of the other weathers. The top legendaries can't hit Shedinja themselves. So that's why Shedinja is so good. So with all of these things in Shedinja's bag of tricks, I honestly still believe that Shedinja takes a lot of really strong team building and really good positioning to actually make Shedinja feel effective. Sometimes it can feel completely useless in a game, and it actually does require some skill, some high level skill on the pilot to make it work, except for ally switch, because that completely ruins the game and takes no skill at all. Let's move to Ditto. So Ditto's viability and annoyance also come from its signature ability in Imposter. Ditto will transform into the Pokemon across from it and copy all the stat boosts, typing, stats, moves, everything across from it. That's the key thing. It is not random like the ability Trace, where it will randomly choose one of the two. It's always the one across from you, which means the Ditto player has complete control as to what they will be transforming into. They can control that variable, and that's what makes Ditto so good. Now, once again, we are in a restricted format again, and that is why Ditto can shine. Just like Shedinja, Ditto can completely just transform into your opponent's restricted Pokemon. A well-played Ditto can effectively give you 2 restricted Pokemon. So when your opponent gets their Xerneas' Geomancy up, and you've got your Zacian, your Groudon, whatever, you can switch in Ditto, transform into the Xerneas with Geomancy. So you're gonna switch in with +2 special defense. You're gonna survive that Xerneas' attack. And then you've got a Xerneas and another restricted legendary. It's insane. Ditto, of course, has lower base HP. That's the only stat that doesn't transfer over. Ditto has, I believe, base 58 HP. So it's definitely a squishier version of the Pokemon you're transforming into, but you can play well and get 2 restricted Pokemon. And you copy the stats. This is a big one right here. I believe that this is in the game due to, unfortunately, poor coding by Game Freak. Gotta call them out. But, so, let's say your opponent has a +1 Zacian because they got the boost from Intrepid Sword. You bring your Ditto in on that Zacian. You will become a +1 Zacian because that's exactly what you're copying. But then Intrepid Sword activates and you get another +1. So you turn into a +2 Zacian. And Intrepid Sword is supposed to work if you are holding the Rusted Sword. Then you have the ability Intrepid Sword. So I guess that's actually where it comes from. Now that I'm talking about it, is like the only way you can get that ability is if you hold the Rusted Sword. But obviously Ditto's not holding the Rusted Sword. So because Ditto will always transform into the Pokemon across from it, copying all the stats, Ditto is almost always most commonly holding a Choice Scarf. It will effectively just become a faster version of the Pokemon across from it. That's where Ditto becomes so cheeky and so strong. It becomes this ultra powered restricted legendary. That's why Ditto is actually no joke in these restricted formats in specific. Ladies and gents, I want to end you guys with the winning team rental code for you guys. So Torviv VGC is the guy who ended up winning the Battle Frontier tournament. Please go check him out. And his rental code is right here. This is the team that he used with Shedinja. As you can see, it is a Mystic Water Kyogre, Tailwind Tornadus. And you can see there's practically no protects on this team because of the Queenly Majesty Serena being really bulky with the Salt Vest and being able to U-turn out into things like Kyogre, things like Regieleki to knock things out. So, and then you can see the Shedinja right there with the dreaded Ally Switch, unfortunately, but Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Sneak, and the only Pokemon with Protect on the whole team. This is a hyper offense team with Shedinja as that win con, Kyogre, Torn, Regieleki. They're going to try and knock out those threats to Shedinja, and then Shedinja's just going to steal the game, baby. So this is the team I was talking about the whole video. But alrighty, homies, that's gonna do it from me. Wanted to educate you guys on Shedinja and Ditto, these 2 little evil trolls, and why they are so good in our meta. They have always been good in these restricted, no real cheesy mechanics metas. Now you know why. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching my vid and my channel. Please come out and hang out with us on Twitch. The homies are here. They're always nice. They're always chillers. For real, I thank you guys and appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe before you guys dip out, and I'll see you guys next time with some more Series 10 content and some more fun stuff. Bye, everybody.